We are continuing talking about the blood in the cardiovascular system. The outline of topics we want to cover in blood is the introduction, which I will go through in class. Then we'll talk about the three types of blood cells, red, white, and platelets. And then finally, we'll briefly discuss blood cell formation. Now, just to review the overall composition of blood, remember it includes plasma, which is 55% of your overall blood volume, and this is mostly water, and the formed elements, which is the remaining 45% of your blood volume, and that includes all of your three types of cells. So we'll start off with the red blood cell. I'll start off with a question for you, actually. How many new red blood cells do you think you are producing right now in 1 second? Do you think it's higher or lower than 1,000? If you guessed higher, you're right. In fact, it's a lot higher. It's about 2 million red blood cells per second that your body has to produce, which equals about 200 million red blood cells, new red blood cells that you make every day. Now let's think about why you need to make so many all the time. Well, to start with, if you look at your red blood cells, which you'll recall are also called erythrocytes, you have about 4.3 to 5.2 million red blood cells per cubic millimeter. And that's considered your red blood cell count. So if you look at this blood smear here, a blood smear is just a microscopic image of a sample of your blood. You'll notice here the little pink circle, those are all of your red blood cells. These cells here with the purple inside, remember purple are the darkly stained nuclei, those are your white blood cells. Now if you just take a glance, and this is also what we look at in lab, you'll see that there's a lot more red blood cells to white. So the red blood cells are going to be your most common, and again, that's because you have about 5 million per cubic millimeter. So let's talk a little bit more about the details of the erythrocyte and what's inside. By far, the most common component of a erythrocyte is hemoglobin, abbreviated HB.